Previously on
Orinoco going loco.
A far cry from the images poured from the television, a non-original score. Yeah, it's Orinoco. He's going loco. Comic books, comic books. But she's gotta feed her kids, and her seeds are eager to live. So she speeds and hits her target, then parks it onto the ground, crushes its fruit. There has to be a little bit more. Come on, please tell me you have something more than just that. My bars and cadence are like dark plague is resurrecting Tupac's greatness.
If Orinoco says put your hands up, then you put your fucking hands up just like that now.
Orinoco.
Still don't get it. None of you do. We know what needs to be done and we do it. You pretend like you know when you don't. Things don't get better because you want them to. We have to live in the real. Your way's gonna destroy this place. It's gonna get people killed. It's already got people killed. And I'm not gonna stand by and just let it happen. Die. I'm not gonna stand by.
Back on the last album, you got to know me. Explicit as hell, like in a popular movie. Not willing to give in the trends, I truly began writing a script that would get the records to boo me. Defectors are groupies that follow my progress. A hard pill to swallow, but no less. They stuck against riding with me, cause my patterns of rhythms be dipped in corpse pit or reminiscent for most of the team. Fame, prominent close cranium. I create foes cause I'm an alien. Though I don't come in peace, I don't mean no harm, so please keep your distance from these rhythmatic senses. But if you get offended with this track list, my only prescription is silent capsule to extinguish living. So fuck sugarcoating and political correctness. Call me cynical, put me in court and jet this. But I don't honor what you cunts hammer into children through propaganda television. Don't try to sell living that isn't real. Your persona so fictional appeals in comparison to soul and pumpiness. So to all of you, the function of this album isn't to spread hate or violence. I spit revolution to disintegrate tyrants, burn the misery of the planet to ashes. Hope this helps combat the madness. Someone to put a silencer on my voice box, cause this commercial noise blocks the true talent. The message busting through. Wake up and realize the world is fucking you. It's turning to Cybertron to try and get you dumb. And you think it's bad now, motherfucker? Listen to me. The worst is yet to come.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What I will read out to you now is the eulogy of planet Earth. 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 The worst is yet to come. The eulogy of planet Earth. The eulogy of planet Earth. The eulogy of planet Earth. The worst is yet to come.
The worst is yet to come.
Five days on, 2 days off. How long does this last till you're fucking dead? 5 days on, 2 days off. 5 days on. It's fucked, it's stopped, it's a trap. It's made up by the ruling elites that are tired and bored and can't rebel or philosophise about our own existence and actually fucking evolve properly. Instead of course it is, it's slavery, but we've got to get our own accommodation and food. And it's an illusion they give up slavery for morality. They did some fucking maths. Look at this, we're gonna look out for this one.
They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it.
turned into Cybertron.
Smartphones and dumb people. 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 Smartphones and dumb people everywhere. It's turning into Cybertron. What the fuck is going on? This is Cybertron. What the fuck is going?
Technology's evolved substantially for the benefit of all humanity, beyond all animals, and we document our lives with no humility. It's a cybernetic beauty walk, advertise our lives and talk about how great we are. Oh, look at me in my shiny new car, look at the meal I just ate. All you should know is that I bust a sweat. Too rich when I started from rags and finished the post with loads of hashtags. You wonder why I'm so cynical? Cause we live in a globe of individuals that don't know the principles of living. No feeling or emotional system, no investment on the shit that matters. Instead all people do is tweet and gather rather than meet and splatter the ideas. It's a nice age of common sense. This generation has gotten dense. So much elite monopoly stress feels like I'm talking to a brick wall. Celebrate being dumb and stall progression. I feel that there's no question we've become generation zero. All the people we herald as heroes are not our peers but foes, leaving our brains buttoned and closed. Individuals become hundreds of clones. Motherfuckers are phone addicted. Now I don't moan about the tech we live with, but I can see a specific drop in IQ. And yes, the effects have gone in my mind too. But some take it to a whole new level, with their phones are now put on a pedestal.
Tell them human, vegetables, small, middle, and terrestrials. Depressed mofos who get all their knowledge off the web. Talk of pure nonsense in my head, can't fathom how people feel entitled to ignore those with experience and don't feel liable to change with new information and become so sure that they're immune. Son, it's the age where NAC celebrated, where stupid shit so easily created. I can only hope there's ghosts in the shell. Gee, dopey fucks don't seem so well. Use modern technology's a gift, and honestly it can make me a hit. Without it, you wouldn't know who I am. The apps that be making programs, but it's kinda shit bothers me so much. It won't be long till your noggin is mush. No more reality, you seem so out of touch. I can only help you out the best that I can. But I can see there's a grand plan at work to dissolve the brain of man at work. You constantly till the end of your days, and when it's all said and done, all I really have left to say is this. It's turning into Cybertron. What the fuck is going on? This is Cybertron. What the fuck is going on? It's turning into Cybertron. What the fuck is going on? This is Cybertron. What the fuck is going? We're being turned into robots and we won't think for ourselves. We are being programmed to be led by someone else. This shit has got to stop before we become cyborg. Put down your fucking phone or you won't be alive no more.
The world's becoming more cybernetic, and you won't realize till it's too late to get that shit needs change. But how, I don't know, but it's the same. We allow a device to influence our perception. Honesty and truthness gets rejection. It's all about quality of images. People are commodities and little kids look up to this disgusting hypocrisy. Become dumb fucks with zero modesty. Control what you watch and you see. Computerized filters do not make stunners. Too many replicants and not enough blade runners. Military's being replaced by Terminators. You got tons of followers, but you aren't the leader. Instead, all you are is a self-esteem bottom feeder. Caught up fishing for comments and likes, thinking you're God sent when I know what it's really like.
One big step for soulless machines, 3 back for social media fiends. One big step for soulless machines, 3 back for social media fiends. One big step for soulless machines, 3 back for social media fiends. One big big step for soulless machines, free back for social media fiends. Suicide rates are on the increase, so it's time to stop the nonsense and cease letting a computer control your fucking life. Begin to cherish the roses while you're alive. Cherish the moment and hold on to it tight. Fuck a camera and any other recording device. Find happiness in the simple things. Love your fam friends and what they bring, and go hit the pub for a fucking drink.
Because we're so out of our minds with desperation, we don't know any better. All we know is fake fodder and buying shit. That's how we speak to each other, how we express ourselves as buying shit.
And in the realm of social media, people become vocal encyclopedias, thinking they know better than all. Try to question all, you get many stares where there's
phones and dumb people everywhere. Cybertron going on. Is going wrong. It's turning into Cybertron. What the fuck is going on? This is Cybertron. What the fuck is going on?
I get picked on every day I come in, and every day I come in I have to submit to a fat jerk who won't fucking quit. Stealing my lunch, he's such a dick cause of my freckle nose in classes. You pester me once I'm over my classes. The fuck did I do to you, Billy? You punch around and attempt to fool me. It's my life's ambition to be as cool as see what I gotta do to be a fraction of your popularity status. Do you have to change dramatically to be the baddest? Do you have to switch sexuality or even genders? Really be a contender on that stage. Homework diary is packed with rage, fantasizing about attacking you with blades. Every time I come home, and every time I come home I got new bumps all over my dome. I can't fucking wait to give you my own mother and father worried constant why I don't go outside, my grades are dropping. Why I haven't got a high quantity of friends, why I fake it's mine and feel the need to pretend that everything is fine when it isn't. Tell me this, is that really living? Do you think for a millisecond making me silly in front of brethren, how it makes me feel shit isn't pleasant? Give me a wedgie and 70 insults on Facebook. I wanna assault you and leave your face shook. Make a book about killing bullies. So tomorrow I'm asking you to duel me, face to face, man to man, yeah, just you and me. Just one more fight like Limp Bizkit to prove I'm not a whip dipshit. Think I'm a retard and overly simplistic. You can go below me with your wrist slit, so I can dish kicks, whip your ass and leave you bleeding upon the concrete. Won't stop till you're permanently sleeping. For treat me like vermin, I'm seeking revenge.
You beat me and kick me constantly. You abuse me. I ask what you want from me, and I can see what you need to do, and I want to fucking kill you, and I'm not weak. I will show you, and you'll see. Once I destroy you, when I put you under the dirt, so fuck you, the weak shall rule the earth.
I pick on you to escape my own pain, and I pick on you cause I got no shame. My father does the exact same to me. Cannot escape this game, can't you see? I gotta find power outside my home. Can't find it inside, I can't find my own, and still I do is face abuse and sorrow. Got nothing to lose, I don't see tomorrow. Don't see a perfect unity in my family. Abusing others is the only thing that makes me happy. Gradually turning more and more psychopathic, and my mind's so sad it's the only thing that's alive and breathing. Inside I'm dying and heaving, self-esteem in my dreams to see myself fully respected, without being a bully to get it, without having to inspire fear. Cause when I'm at home, all I do is expire tears. Bigger motherfuckers treat me like I do you.
despise me like I despise you too. Take my pride from me like I do you. Spit in my face, tell me I'm not shit. My brain is clogged with confidence issues. That's why I gone and picked on you. It's nothing personal, I didn't mean to be an awful person. Will you accept my apology? And please stop hitting and get off me. I've now seen the error of my ways. I will never spread terror for the rest of my days. I'm sorry I dissected you and played with your feelings. I know you're dealing the hand you're dealt, cause I've been a victim of bullying myself. Cause I've been a victim of bullying myself. Please forgive me.
Show you, and you'll see. Once I destroy you when I hurt you under the dirt. So fuck you, the weak shall rule the earth.
I believe that your beliefs are all your own, but I believe that your beliefs should not condone the mistreatment of those that aren't in your home, and the scheme on cause they don't align with your own. I respect your sacraments, martyrs, and zones that you hold sacred. I would never encroach and try to take it. I'm not a judgmental man, but I've got a problem if your central plan involves the eradication of others, the eradication of brothers, fathers, sisters, families, mothers. How many tragedies have we suffered? Some say it's a cover up or control game to overload your brain with rules and standards so that they can rule over you as masters. Corporates have plastered and tainted the scriptures that saints created and made them fit their agendas. We need to get this back to the core essence where the less is benefited humanity instead endlessly filling someone's salary. The gravity and impact of this cannot be ignored. Visions of those long gone rising up and soar. Let's strive towards a new world of happiness and peace and kill extremist savagery and cease all religious conflict, cause the way people have been abused is beyond sick. Let's strengthen the faith before it's all gone to shit. And the only way that I could be the best man is to welcome you all with an outstretched hand, because I believe that we can all coexist to make it through life, overthrow hopelessness. I believe that you're no less of a human than I am, just cause you don't share the destiny I have planned. I believe that your God is equal to mine, but wherever it is, in peace we will find. I believe we won't always see eye to eye, but I will never pray that you expire and die. Let us pray. I believe that we can all coexist to make it through life, overthrow hopelessness. I believe that you're no less of a human than I am, just cause you don't share the destiny I have planned. And I believe that your God is equal to mine, but wherever it is, in peace we will find. I believe we won't always see eye to eye, but I will never pray that you expire and die. To make it clear, this isn't Christian rap, and this isn't debating if all religion is fact. I just want to understand, why is it that if all religion is born from a vision of world peace and thanksgiving, the why is it one of the largest reasons for humans to depart this greenery? It's among the harshest things to ever be created, but a few kind souls have made it something to be admired. Rest in peace to those dumped in the fires. Rest in peace, and I believe that the prophets would plead for you to stop it. Stop abusing my faith for your greed for a profit. Stop making people bleed over me. This is nonsense. I did not preach over several continents for you to think what I teach is about dominance. Used to be a Christian till pedophilia came through, and to those culprits I say shame on you. Shame on you, misleading children, depleting them of happy living. I can only wish for you a cold and ragged existence, but the rest of you with your set of beliefs, I hope through goodwill and thanks that you get peace. And I hope you see me not as an enemy, but as another entity hoping for the same thing. I know with faith a certain pain it brings, no matter if Arab or Israeli, Christian or Jewish. I hope the Lord sees through this, through persecution and genocide. Belief in yourself and deities will never die. I may not believe, but
I believe that we can all coexist to make it through life, overthrow hopelessness. I believe that you're no less of a human than I am, just cause you don't share the destiny I have planned. I believe that your God is equal to mine, or wherever it is in peace we will find. I believe we won't always see eye to eye, but I will never pray that you expire and die. Let us pray. I believe that we can all coexist to make it through life, overthrow hopelessness. I believe that you're no less of a human than I am, just cause you don't share the destiny I have planned. And I believe that your God is equal to mine, or wherever it is in peace we will find. Yes, I believe we won't always see eye to eye, but I will never pray that you expire and die. Let us pray. It was like the assassination of Jesse James. The card felt many pains echo through the vacancy of ambition. He couldn't wait to see his top man miss son. The man who was the source of his fandom, his life was scorched by the blast of a magnum. His treacherous actions caused severe depression. No longer felt fearless, instead empty and without a motive, nothing to strive for. His life forced the life out of him. When he hangs around his kin, not even a smile of frown surrounds him. It's like an alternative version where Stan lives. You ask how much a man can take, I ask how much can a man give to thrive for attention. Liveness on society's henchman, but just disposable as the rest. His facial manner evokes unrest, but he knows that if he doesn't make an impression, that he's destined to fade into history. This enslavement and misery, wanted identity and left with no soul. Being a card does not make a chest grow. The most evilest men, I guess, are cards, with their never-ending quest for part. He was hate infested and sorry to the attention others got. Now you can feel his coal around his blubber rock. The dead man's identity was stolen like Mr. Ripley pretended to be him. Initially it was met with applause, but his ego complex was like claws for his flesh and muscle. The longer he wrestled and tussled with being someone other than him, only a matter of time for some motherfucker left in dim. Eventually one of the dead man's supporters visited him at 3:45 in a cafe getting his blueberry muffin. The dude was incendiary and brushed him with a Ruger to bury and snuff him. Last thing he heard was the turn of the revolver. A poor man's flamethrower to burn the monster. Last thing he heard was the call of his name, but no applause once he falls in shame. Poetic justice rhymes for eternity. In the headlines they worded the killing as an act of revenge willingly, as the card met death with ease. Not even a chance for mercy, please. His chance to be a legend flip-flop. The card known as Lucas Ford or hip-hop, and now his soul has been spilt on the trees for the backstabbing act of killing me. Damn. Just 20 minutes ago, she left her home and proceeded to subdue the voice in her earphones as she went into the store past the corner, looked around the inner environment and past a foreigner. Something tripped her visual detection as she looked through a mag in the book section, flicked past the contents page of FHM magazine to find the secrets that make her the female of every male stream. Went on hopelessly trying to imitate a mall-like celebrity. She had to abuse her own image carelessly. Went into local council often for therapy. She decided to go into hospital for surgery. Misbelieved that this artificial beauty could neutralize insecurity, conscious of unhealthy practices and what she deemed as unsafe foods. Even foul liquids were rejected to the point that she was anorexic. Before long, her figure was covered in fake eyes and fake boobs, which cursed her dick eyes, disguised fake dudes. She only found fornication, not love. This male upon male cycle became her addictive drug, with loneliness comparable to a tea kettle without the mug. Needed confident babysitter, didn't hesitate for hugs. One day she went into a local cafe, ordered a blueberry muffin with a chocolate latte, sat down to get her head clear from the daily emotions such as anxiety, depression and fear. But she turned her head and smiled at what was near. Across the queue at the very end was a guy that she would love to get to know as a friend, or perhaps even more. And at 3:45 when she took out her mirror, the strange figure came near her, took a seat opposite her, both sets of eyes to face at the same time. At this point, while she was sipping her cup, it gained courage to communicate. I asked her, "What's up?" She explained in full to me how it was painful to see guy after guy betray her. My initial thoughts were, what do I say to her? She has undoubtedly been tricked by society. The image of true values was to her the sight of me. Her face looked like it had been painted up, like she accidentally fell face first into a tray of makeup. I could recognize the stains of her night before. Got up off the chair and offered her some food, like, would you like some more? She rejected the offer. Hopefully advice I gave taught her not to feel bad about her natural posture and to get rid of this plastic imposter. Then left the cafe shop. If there was any connection between our hearts, I dismembered the vein. I don't remember her name, but the story's a metaphor about how every girl, popular or insecure, is the same. How their uncomfort begins to flex, resorting to unsafe sex and being paid welfare checks, while another poor worker's back wrecks. The worst is yet to come.
I just want you to know that it's not the end. There's still hope.
In 3, 2,
In 20 whatever, no lives matter. The penalty for rising up is you'll die, being splattered by police that act as your captors. If you're black or lacking finances, you're attacked and shackled by scandalous men and women of law enforcement. A camera recording is capturing the important actions stored in the right of humans. Rage inside starts consuming those that are innocent. Want the scar rip you to bits, plus with a president like Trump, we're all kind of fucked. Now you fuckers wonder why Orange conjuring these rhymes says I'm a white middle class guy with a pass in my school grades. Don't you got the white privilege? I may be white, but I don't feel privileged. The people are being pillaged of their right to be equal. Are you kidding me? The reason that I spit syllables B is to stop the separation, stop the terror nation, stop letting discrimination sever your vision. That together we're a building made of adamantium. To take a tantrum on the skin that I have, we can't let that shit clash. We gotta unify and beat the realization of Martin Luther Street. Cause this is mighty sick shit, a race war is coming as Ice-T predicted. Man's fantasy is coming true. You won't give a fuck till they point the gun at you. You're so naive, you live ignorant lives, ignoring those that live and die. The poor are targeted for very simple reasons. They're being seen as little meaningless beings with no means of defense, no matter the rally or peaceful protest. There will be no less people meeting their death till it hits suburban streets. You'll never know the motive for murdering police. This doesn't mean all police units before you turn around and call me stupid. It's those that purposefully discriminate and spread classism type hit. The fact that nothing's changed in decades makes me question the motive of the police.
face of why they choke the peace. It's only so long till blacks fight black. Aim at innocent whites and blacks. I no wanna be wigger on the video flaunting a fake trigger. But these incidents create a picture of hatred not only to blacks but also the poor. Those hardened motherfuckers endure. There's more. A lack of wealth and riches, battered health with no forgiveness. I'm not trying to whitewash politics. And if you think I'm go eat a load of balls and dicks, look beyond the complexion of my skin, and maybe we can bond with a depth of fin. I don't know shit about Bloods and Crips, but I know the police are in love with this. Divorce and mainstream forces train your team to not ignore the clips of police pointing clips at your boys. I'm sick.
Turn that fucking camera off. All together now as we rise and change and respect those that now lie in the grave. No race stands alone. All races gotta spit from the dome, make our words feel like sticks and stones. To race pricks that condone separating communities based on pointless insecurities. While fuckers are concerned with Ireland's north, I'm concerned with a world on a suicidal course, and I admit I don't have the answer. I don't have the power in my grasp or the mass influence. I haven't captured it. I never had police threaten to pull me over and feed me a bullet out the holster. Brutalized badly and harassed and shit. Open the boot to attach me to shit. Call me a terrorist cause I'm Catholic. Batter me and have me sent to a military camp with tents full of people of my complexion. But who knows, maybe I'm destined to be used for public execution cause I don't suck the dick of the Constitution. But I'll die a martyr for the revolution, and I'll break the devil's abusing the will of the people forever. Tossing my body into the shredder, but at some point we'll win in 20 whatever. I despise poverty, not the poor, but the conditions they inhabit and live in. Such a savage existence. One more finances aren't a given, where most of humanity lives in. It's more profitable to resolve the symptoms than to stop the cause, and the system disguises help with a little money box on a counter shelf. And those who blindly believe in charity are the walking equivalent of parody. My message will offend the dumb delusion. No, idiots mentally numb to view it. All that cash goes to the warlords and the militiamen that can afford to oppress the population for the interest of a dishonest placement, parading themselves as God-given sacreds, but refuse to represent the people's real interests. I know I've never been close to the third world. Don't know the smell of the dirt the girls and boys and men and women that are forced to live in hell have to dwell in. Like Pac said, there should be a war on poverty, not terror, some other term that bothers me. And yes, I am white and middle class, but I can't sit by and let this shit pass. See the atrocities commercialized on us. I can't even verbalize how mad it makes me. The people fake it and pretend to be sympathetic to an unprivileged individual, but let it carry on. I don't get to regret it. Just give a few pennies, don't sweat it. I'll sweat every greedy motherfucker manipulating people I want to see under. I want to see in court under God's name for being a propaganda fraud. It's such a shame. I can't believe you got blood rushing through your veins cause you're not human, disgusted with your mainframe. And all the shit is planned on holidays so you can commit annual robberies. The worst thing is you hide behind the curtain so I don't know the face of this person. Why am I surprised they can never stop them when they willingly give money to alcoholics? I've had it with all this sickness in the brain. The rich make a living off depicting pain. Make a horrible ad for its campaign. Once you get the finances, you switch in lanes under the radar without anyone knowing. Cash loads over 70 tons going into management and strategy development, preventing checks from helping for the hell of it. It's so cruelly fucking amazing that these earnings just go back into fundraising. But it's more like raising the funds for the evil folks with the ruptured cores. You think how this gets in my mind. Both numerous charities, how many are genuine, hundreds of thousands of donations, but folks don't really know the location, so they keep on going and making wages. Giving without knowing it's a waste. Just don't donate unless you've researched that doesn't commit dirt. Taught to refuse giving to outstretched hands, living on streets, sleeping against walls, cause you can't see their deception at all. While there are few that are fake, I trust them more than those who take my good kind nature and skewer it for finance and paper.